Welcome back to Best of the Backroads. Today it's cold, rainy, no motorcycling, but I have noticed several of you run Jeeps in the comments. We're gonna add some airlift bags to the Jeep and thought you might wanna come along. So let's get started. All right, today's project and why I'm in Chris's garage using his lift, because it's gonna make this project much easier, is I'm gonna put these airbags in between my rear shocks, and that will help alleviate any sag. If you put a couple 100 pounds of motorcycle, 600-800 pounds of motorcycle in gear in the bed of the Jeep, you'll definitely get some sag, and we're gonna try and eliminate that. Now, the instructions say we have to take a bunch of stuff off, but we think we can slide it up between the springs in an easy manner, and that's what we're gonna try. But to do that, we're gonna jack the body up, and that's what he's getting ready to do while it's up on the lift, and that'll give us some space in between the springs up here, so that we have enough room to slide this right on in without taking everything apart.
Interesting.
Oh, you haven't been up under a Jeep yet?
Look at this little pinhole I'm pretty sure they put that in there for drainage because it's at the lowest point.
Absolutely, you can see it right there. Yeah. And there's no rust. It's definitely on purpose.
Yeah.
Yep. Not many miles on this Jeep. I commute so much on a motorcycle that
yeah.
There's not much there.
That's nice. That's a massive tank lengthwise.
Yeah. Oh, up on there?
Look how long that thing is. That's as long as my Super Duty tank.
Chris is doing the hard work, and he's compressing, he's lifting the truck up, so we have much more room up here. I think the first thing we gotta do, we might have to get a ladder, is pull that isolator off up top. Mm-hmm. This is the isolator they say take out. This pulled out really easy. There's a little bit of grit on it, and then once I popped it just came right out. We don't need that anymore. Chris is pulling the other one out now. We just kind of...
I could not believe the low pressure that was involved with those.
Oh yeah.
I mean, mine's all like brass fittings and pressure fittings and
top pressure in these is 35.
Oh,
but remember, your truck is what? What's your truck rated?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
It's huge.
It's gross. It's 20,000.
Yeah, I mean,
I've hauled more than that.
Yeah, you know that you need one, and they make bigger kits, but everyone just needs these. I mean, we're talking 800. I mean, 800, 1,000 pounds is in the bed, tops. So it's not, something that's.
Okay, we're gonna try this.
Yep, we're gonna try it. And where's it sticking at? Right there. They make it look easy, don't they?
Yep.
There we go. Let's see if we can push it down through this a little bit. There we go. There we go.
All right.
That's one. Did you take the... Yeah. And then these pucks slide in.
On top.
With the... Let me get this on.
Do we need...
These pucks will slide in. Oops, let me straighten that camera up. The pucks will slide in with the little knob on top. So what we're going to have to do is pull down on the bag. I might have Chris pull down while I slide it in. And then we'll worry about the hose. So I don't know if I can... Oh, wow. Watch your fingers.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. All right, that's on. Okay. Chris and I are just discussing how we want to run it. I think he has an idea.
So I'm thinking about running the hoses, especially from this side over here, in through this channel right here. I've got some grommets we can place in these holes to where it doesn't chaff the airline coming out. So we're going to try to see if we can find a grommet and fish this airline out one of these holes over here. And I think it's a good idea probably if we fished it out on this side and run it along this and keep it away from the heat as much as possible.
All right. And then where are we going to put the...
And then the Schrader valve, we are going to find a location back here, somewhere it's nice and clean from the elements, as clean as possible from
and then just drill maybe into the
bumper. Drill a hole if we can't find an existing one. It's all plastic right there.
I know people have come out off here, but that looks like it'd get awful dirty.
It would get kind of dirty.
Yeah. And
So what I did, I just took off the little plastic piece that come on the protected the top of the airbags, and I know this truck's been in the mud some, so there could be channels. There could be mud up there in a channel. So all I'm going to do is just keep it nice and clean. I'm just going to reuse this little rubber end cap, and I'm going to fish it through these bad cross members.
Yeah, that's a nice way to route it. It's going to keep everything protected.
Actually, Lepley, there's a hole right there. But let's think about this for a minute. We can run this along this way right here and zip tie it to this and be protected behind that.
Okay.
I like that.
Chris's idea of running it through this channel, and the only problem he saw was that that's metal and this could rub, but those grommets, man, that makes it look nice. I think it's a clean look too. We can cut that right in here, I guess, and then run the other one.
Yep.
Because the T will be here. While he's doing that, I will say the passenger side's easier because you don't have to deal with the muffler, catalytic converter in your face or anything like that. So when you start on the hard one. That's what we do. I will say that if you're going to do it this way without taking off the springs, it's definitely a two-man job by the time you hold stuff up and try and wiggle it in there. But Chris got it. Didn't take too long. All right, if you guys can see on video, once again, we're trying to make this as clean as possible under here for both preventing dirt and stuff from wearing it out, and then rocks, but then just having a clean look on the bottom, so it doesn't look like a DRZ wiring loom. Have you seen the DRZ wiring harness? They really just stuff things together. It's really bad. Every time I open it, I'm like, oh man, how did they do this? I feel like I should apologize like I did it. All right, we have a little dilemma with placement of where we're gonna put the Schrader valve that goes on the outside. You can see up behind me. We've had people put them down low in these grommets and not have to drill. They just pull them out and put them here. My concern is that putting it on the underside, it's gonna get dirty and muddy and more prone to failure. So I think we're gonna center it up and just drill a hole through the bumper and center it up opposite the tow package electricals. The final routing of the air hose, it comes up through here, and then it goes through this metal channel right here, all the way through. And again, the idea is to keep it clean and away from rocks and dirt. We put a little grommet right there to protect it. And then this airbag was pretty easy, and we'll put the T right here when we're done drilling. And the rest of the way, we're putting it again into the frame to protect it from rocks and dirt, and run it straight back through here, if you can all see that, so it's all covered up.
And we'll put a grommet in the frame. 1/8, 6 1/8, so it's kind of measured here. 3 1/16.
All right, if you're looking up behind me, we're ready to drill the hole. We're gonna put a little pilot hole through first, just to be sure we're on the right track here. We were debating whether to put a load on it before test at 30 PSI, but we're gonna do it without a load first and see if there's any leaks. It'll be easier to spray around. We'll probably use some water, spray around for leaks. Leak test looks A-okay. We must have done something right. Now I guess the next step is we drop it on, we add some weight to it, and we'll drop it back on its wheels here, and then make sure nothing explodes. It doesn't seem like all these little airlift bags should be able to hold on to the whole truck. Apparently they do work. All right, well, I am getting ready to head on back to the house. Chris was nice enough to lend me his garage. We've got the airlift bags in. It took us about 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes, but that includes drilling the hole in the bumper, and you don't really have to do that. Hopefully we'll be back talking motorcycles next time, and until then, see you on the road.
Watch him fall.